Have you ever felt how the whisper of the past can speak louder than the bustle of the present? Here I am, an old woman whose eyes have seen the turn of many moons and whose hands have touched the lives of countless souls over the years. My home, a sanctuary of memories and wisdom, is filled with objects that are silent witnesses to a life lived intensely. Each photograph, each strange object, and each worn book are fragments of stories I've collected like pebbles along my journey. The people of my town know me well. I am that constant presence, a beacon of experience and understanding. My longevity has been a journey not just through time but through the lives of those around me. I've seen loves born and fade away, have been the confidant of secrets whispered with regret under the moon, and have offered comfort when tears seemed endless. Today, I sit before you to share a story that is not only mine, but an echo of many lives, a narrative woven through generations. This is a story about infidelity, a theme as old as humanity itself, yet always current, always resonant. My purpose is not just to tell you a series of events, but to take you on a journey through the eyes of someone who has observed and deeply reflected on love, loss, and the decisions that weave the tapestry of our lives. Prepare to listen, not only with your ears, but with your heart, for the lessons that lie in the words I'm about to share are as relevant now as they have been throughout the centuries. This is not just my story, it is the story of all of us, and its echo can help us understand a little more about ourselves and about the bonds that unite and sometimes separate us. And now, I will tell you a story, a chronicle woven through time and experience, resonating with the truth of life itself. This narrative is more than a simple tale. It is a lesson imbued with pain, love, betrayal, and ultimately, wisdom. Through the words I'm about to share, I invite you to immerse yourself in a journey, not only through the events that will unfold, but also through the winding paths of reflection and human understanding. In the village where I've spent my entire life, a place where every stone and tree has a story to tell, lived Ilian and Althea, a couple who embodied the ideal of young and true love. Their love was like a calm river, serene on the surface, but with a deep and powerful current. Ilian, with his strength and vitality, was the midday sun promising endless summer days, while Althea, with her gentleness and compassion, was the moon offering calm and comfort in the darkness of the night. On their wedding day, the whole village came together to celebrate their union. The streets were filled with music and laughter, and the air vibrated with the joy of two souls finding their home in each other. It seemed that nothing could disturb the peace and happiness their love had created. But as seasons inexorably change, so do human lives, filled with unexpected twists and turns. Over time, Ilian began to feel an internal restlessness, a thirst for something he could not name or understand. It was as if a shadow had fallen over his heart, darkening the light that once filled him with joy and purpose. In his confusion and search for something to fill the growing void within him, Ilian found himself straying from the path he had promised to walk alongside Althea. In a moment of weakness and desperate search for meaning, he sought and found comfort in the arms of another. Ilian's betrayal was not a secret that could be kept in a place where lives are as intricately intertwined as the roots of trees in the forest. When Althea learned of it, it was as if a great earthquake had shaken the foundations of her world. The woman who once walked with the grace of a gentle breeze transformed into a storm of pain and fury. Her heart, once a haven of love and trust, became a battlefield where love fought against betrayal, trust against doubt. In the dark days that followed, as the village watched and whispered from the shadows, Ilian and Althea faced their own internal demons. Ilian, caught in a web of guilt and regret, struggled to understand how his actions had led to such disaster. Night after night he sat alone, contemplating the stars, seeking answers in the vast and mysterious sky. How had he come to this place of loneliness and pain? How could he ever redeem himself to Althea and to himself? Althea, for her part, embarked on a journey of self-discovery and reflection. She withdrew to the solitude of the forest, where the old and wise trees offered silent comfort. There, among the whispers of the wind and the song of the birds, she began to weave her pain and betrayal into an armor of strength and determination. She learned that forgiveness was not a gift for those who have hurt us, but an act of liberation for ourselves. The days turned into weeks, the weeks into months, and the story of Ilian and Althea became a whispered legend in the village, a cautionary tale about the price of infidelity and the power of the human spirit to overcome even the deepest wounds. Althea emerged from her retreat not as a victim of Ilian's betrayal, but as a transformed woman, a force of nature forged in the fire of suffering and tempered in the waters of understanding. Ilian, meanwhile, dedicated himself to a quest for redemption. With each dawn, he committed to living a life of integrity and truth, to honour the love he once shared with Althea, and to be a beacon of hope and guidance for those who also had lost their way. Through his actions and unwavering dedication to living with a purpose greater than himself, he began slowly to rebuild the bridges he had burned and to find a peace that had eluded him for so long. The story of Ilian and Althea does not end with a traditional happy ending. They did not come back together as before, but they found something perhaps deeper and more enduring, an understanding of themselves and the world around them that could only have arisen from the ashes of their shared tragedy. Through their journey, they taught us that infidelity is not just an act of betrayal toward another, but also a betrayal toward oneself, toward the potential of what we could be, and toward the sacred bonds that unite us. And so, dear listeners, I leave you with this story, a tale of love, loss, pain, and ultimately, redemption. May you find in it not just a warning about the consequences of our actions, but also a beacon of hope and wisdom. May it inspire you to look within your hearts, to seek truth and integrity in all your actions, and to always remember that even in our darkest moments, there is a path forward, a path toward greater understanding and love. I invite you to reflect on this story, to carry it with you on your journey through the complexities of the human heart. And if this story has touched you or given you something to think about, I encourage you to subscribe so that we can continue exploring the depths of life and relationships together. May the lessons learned here serve as beacons of light on your own paths. With a heart full of hope and gratitude, I bid you farewell for now. Not as a distant figure, but as someone who has walked in the shadows and found light along the way. Until next time, may your days be filled with learning, love, and ever-deepening understanding. Subscribe, share your thoughts, and let's continue to grow together. Until then, take good care of yourselves.